Welcome back. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. A self-styled godman accused of sexually harassing 17 women at an ashram in Delhi has been arrested in Agra. Ostensibly the director of a privately run management institution, the Sri Sharda Institute of Indian Management in Delhi's posh Vasant Kunj area, Swami Chaitanyanand Saraswati faces complaints ranging from using abusive language, sending lewd text messages to women and forced physical contact. Swami Chaitanyanand Saraswati, alias Parthasarthi, was arrested late night at around 3:30 am from Hotel First in Agra's Tajganj after being on the run for 50 days. He ran away on the 4th of August, soon after the institute received a complaint from the Air Force headquarters. According to the FR, the management of the private institute received a letter from an alumnus accusing Chaitanyanand of sexually harassing students. The next day, the institute received an email from a group captain, rank officer in the Directorate of Education in the Air Force. This email raised complaints by several students accusing Baba of threatening and sending offensive messages. The Air Force Directorate intervened because many of the students at the institute came from families of Air Force personnel. In the current case, 17 women jointly lodged complaints at the Defence Colony Police Station in early August, accusing the Delhi Baba of harassing postgraduate management diploma students with scholarships in the economically weaker section category. Well, he's been sent now to 5 days of police remand. My colleague Shikha interviewed an ex-student from Chaitanyanand's institute.
जी, हमारे साथ वो स्टूडेंट मौजूद हैं जिन्होंने ये सारे वाक़ये अपनी आँखों से देखे हैं। कई महिला स्टूडेंट्स के साथ जो भी घटनाएँ हुई हैं, उसे वो बहुत अच्छे से जानते हैं और समझते हैं और काफ़ी करीब से उन्होंने सारा ये घटनाक्रम देखा है। अब हमें बताइए कि क्या-क्या हुआ करता था शुरुआत से? कब आप कॉलेज में गए? और ये जो इंस्टीट्यूट था, यहाँ पर जो घटनाक्रम चल रहा था, वो क्या आपके जाने से पहले चल रहा था या उसके बाद शुरू हुआ? सब बताएँ।
देखिए, मैं इस पे आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि जो घटनाक्रम जो अभी इतना ज़्यादा हाइलाइट हुआ है, ये हालाँकि अभी इसलिए हुआ क्योंकि 17 बच्चों ने एक साथ कंप्लेन की है और एक यूनाइट होके उन लोगों ने इस चीज़ को आगे बढ़ाया है।
जी।
तो इससे आप ये गेस कर लीजिए कि इससे पहले भी ये सब चीज़ें हुई हैं।
जी।
बट शायद उस समय शायद उन लड़कियों के अंदर इतनी हिम्मत नहीं हो पाई है, शायद वो उन परेशानियों से जो गुज़रे हैं, वो अपने दर्द को बयान नहीं कर पाए हैं।
जी।
जिसकी वजह से ये सारी चीजें इतनी ज्यादा हाईलाइट नहीं हुई है। बट आप ये देखेंगे कि आपको अभी ये न्यूज आ रही है, जैसे 2016 में आपको बताया कि 2016 में पहला केस हुआ, उसके बाद अब 2025 में हुआ है, फिर 2009 में है। तो आप अंदाजा लगा लीजिए ये सारी चीजें पहले से चलती हुई आई है या इनका ये प्रोसेस रहा है, इनके ये जीवन शैली का जो रहा है उसमें ये प्रोसेस रहा है कि हर एक बैच में से किसी एक को शॉर्टलिस्ट करना या दो को शॉर्टलिस्ट करना।
जी। और कहीं न कहीं ये जिस जिस तरीके से आपने हमें बताया कि जो लड़कियाँ थीं वो ईडब्ल्यूएस कैटेगरी की थीं, गरीब परिवारों से थीं और उनको एक शातिराना तरीके से एक स्ट्रैटेजी के तहत उनको एडमिट किया जाता था और उसके बाद उनके साथ ये पूरा घटनाक्रम जो है किया जाता था। क्या आपके कॉलेज जॉइन करने से पहले ही ये घटनाक्रम चल रहा था?
जी, जो मैंने एडमिशन लिया था उसके बाद जो मैंने वहाँ पे रह रहा था, तो मैं कई बार बाहर में आना जाना होता था, तो लोगों से इसके बारे में कुछ ना कुछ सुनने को मिलता रहता था कि स्वामी जी यहाँ के बहुत ही गंदे इंसान हैं, वो लोगों को परेशान करते हैं, लोगों को साथ सैलरी नहीं देते हैं, लोगों को हैरास करते हैं, लड़कियों के साथ व्यवहार करते हैं। तो इस तरह की चीजें मैं सुनता रहता था। बट हालांकि ऐसा मेरे सामने कोई भी वारदात नहीं हुआ था, इसलिए मुझे उन सब बातों पे थोड़ा सा यकीन नहीं होता कि मैं उस कॉलेज में पढ़ाई कर रहा था। बट जब मेरे ही बैच में से या मेरे ही जूनियर बैच में से किसी के साथ ऐसा हुआ, जो वो चीजें सामने आई हैं, तो मुझे यकीनन होने लगा कि हाँ, ये जो चीजें बताई गई हैं या जो चीजें मैंने सुनी हैं, उनमें वाकई सच्चाई है।
जी। जो घटनाक्रम होते थे, आप बता रहे हैं कि एक घटनाक्रम तो आपने बहुत करीब से 2016 का देखा है। बताइए उसमें क्या हुआ था?
देखिए, हालांकि उसमें होता ये क्या था कि जो भी नया बैच आता था
जी।
फिजिकल कोर्स करने के लिए, उनमें से कुछ लड़कियों को या छात्राओं को उसमें से सेलेक्ट किया जाता था। वो सिलेक्शन करते थे स्वामी जी। स्वामी जी के बाद वो मैटर पहुंचता था उनके फीमेल स्टाफ के पास, जो भी उनको गाइड करते थे उसके बेसिस पे वो फीमेल स्टाफ उन छात्राओं से बात करते थे। और बात करने का जो तरीका होता था, जो प्रोसेस होता था, वो ये था कि उन छात्राओं को, शॉर्टलिस्टेड छात्राओं को जो है उनको एक लुभावनी चीजें या लालच दिया जाता था कि आपके प्लेसमेंट अच्छे हो जाएंगे, आपको इंटर्नशिप जो है वो फॉरेन कंट्री से होगा, जिससे आपका रिज्यूमे काफी स्ट्रांग हो जाएगा, आपको जॉब अच्छी मिल जाएगी, आपका कैरियर सेटल्ड हो जाएगा, तो आपको किसी भी चीज की चिंता करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। तो इस तरह की चीजें लालच दिया जाता था उन स्टूडेंट को, जिसकी वजह से शुरुआत में जब भी कोई सुनता था तो उनको अच्छा लगता था कि उनका कैरियर बनेगा। बट हालांकि जब वो सब चीजों से गुजरती थी, जब आगे के प्रोसेस शुरू होता था, जब उनके साथ मीटिंग हुआ करती थी, उस मीटिंग में पता लगता था उनका बात करने के तरीका, जो लहजा है या देखने का तरीका, उससे ये साबित होता था कि उनके जो है नेचर जो है वो उन छात्राओं के लिए ठीक नहीं है या सुरक्षित नहीं है।
आपने कहा शॉर्टलिस्ट करता था बाबा, ये शॉर्टलिस्ट करने का मतलब क्या वो उनकी प्रोफ़ाइल शॉर्टलिस्ट करता था, उनकी फ़ोटो शॉर्टलिस्ट करता था, क्या होता था?
देखिए जब भी नया बैच होता तो उस बैच में इंडक्शन क्लासेस हुआ करती थी,
जी।
जो कि 1 हफ्ते की क्लासेस होती थी। उस 1 हफ्ते में इंटरव्यू सेशन होता था, उन बच्चों से रूबरू होने का उनको भी मौका मिलता था। उस ड्यूरेशन में ही कुछ छात्राओं को जो है ये आइडेंटिफाई करते थे और उसके बाद वो अपने उन आइडेंटिफाइड छात्राओं को वो जो टारगेट करते थे।
जी। तो ये जो घटनाक्रम था, आपके सामने भी कोई वाक़या हुआ जब आपने किसी लड़की को बहुत देर तक रात में केबिन के बाहर पनिशमेंट सहते हुए देखा?
देखिए मैंने तो ये काफ़ी टाइम मतलब एक बार नहीं मैंने कम से कम 100 बार देखा होगा इस तरह की चीज़ें।
अच्छा।
कि एक पर्टिकुलर लड़की जो है उसको अपने केबिन के बाहर खड़ा रखना, क्लासेस में ना जाने देना, उसको अलग तरह की अथॉरिटी देना, सिर्फ़ और सिर्फ़ इसलिए कि आप मेरी बात मानें या आपको जो मैं कहूँ वो आप करें। उनको स्पेशल तरीके के इवेंट्स में भेजने की कोशिश की जाती थी कि आप बाहर जाएँ, आपको ड्राइवर के साथ जाना है, आपको इंटर्नशिप के लिए भेजना है, स्पेशली एक पर्टिकुलर फीमेल्स को इंटर्नशिप के लिए भेजना या ऑफिस कॉलेज में कोई बड़ा इवेंट होना, उस बड़े इवेंट में उसको लीडर बना देना, ये सारी चीज़ों की देखभाल आपको करनी है। इस तरह की अथॉरिटी भी दे देना, ये वहाँ पे होता रहता था। और
जी।
ये खड़े रहना, ये सारी चीज़ें मैंने खुद पास से देखी हुई है कि गेट का दरवाज़ा ही नहीं खोलना, कैंपस के बाहर आप जा नहीं सकते हो, आप अपनी फैमिली से बात कर नहीं सकते हो। इवन पीड़िता के या विक्टिम्स के फैमिली मेंबर्स अगर आते थे तो वो 2-2 3-3 घंटे धूप में, बारिश में बाहर खड़े होके वापस चले जाते थे निराश होके और वो अपने बच्चे से बात नहीं कर सकते, मिल नहीं सकते।
MK Meena, former IPS officer, joins us live. Tahira Hassan, women's rights activist, is also with us on the broadcast. Charu Wali Khana, former member NCW, is joining us live. Shamshavesh Ryan, advocate Supreme Court, is with us as well. Let me make a start with you first, MK Meena. The accused has finally been arrested now after being on the run for quite a few days. He has now been sent to 5 days of police remand. Should be the priority now during interrogation of this accused?
During interrogation, he should be interrogated professionally. A team of officers should interrogate him. And the victim should be confronted with him. And all statements which have been given by victim have to be verified and they are to be systematically noted because it is a very heinous crime which he has committed. In fact, so the case has to be investigated in a professional way so that there should not be any loophole during the course of trial. And all evidences during in the custody, with police, they got the police custody, that they should utilize time professionally, they should not waste time. So this is the strategy and whatever evidences are there, they should be collected, proper investigation should be done and it should be done in timely. The charge sheet should be submitted in time, and after that also that during trial also officers should follow it. This is the future course of action, because it will give good like a good example to others. They should not commit such mistake because this is an institute, and he has committed grievous offense in the institute itself. So this is the priority which police has got, that they should collect evidence. They should, they should not leave anything because all officers are involved in this. So in this case, but the Delhi police is highly professional police. They know how to conduct each and every step. They will note down and they will do investigation.
All right, let me in fact quickly take that across to you, Tahira Hassan, as well. Tahira, now as far as of course this incident is concerned, how shocking is it the way this individual exploited, of course his position, also the fact that in a lot of the testimonies and prima facie what's coming to light is that the economically weaker students were the ones who were being targeted, allegedly in focus by this Baba.
Yes, it's a very shocking, and very shameful also that he was running an educational institution. And according to police, this accused.
I think we've lost Tahira there, but Charu Wali Khana, why don't you come in here? Charu, what is the exemplary punishment that you would want given out in this case? Here was someone running an educational institute, targeting economically weaker sections, and worse, doing it in the garb of a religious godman.
Absolutely. I think it's shocking. What is most shocking that this is happening in the heart of Delhi, in the heart of so-called posh Delhi, that girls in Delhi think, at least I like to think, that they're empowered, and if anything happens, they complain, they share it with someone. But these girls just continue to suffer because he exploited them, that they were underprivileged and economically weak, from the economically weaker sections of society. And the BNS, the new Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita, has given an enhanced punishment when rape is committed by a person in authority. So I think he should be given the maximum punishment. But what is most shocking is that why are you not arresting the persons of the management committee and the governing board? They are saying that we kept on filing FIRs since 2009, 2014. Why did you only have to file an FIR? If you found somebody indulging in criminal misconduct in your organization, is it not your duty to suspend him? What disciplinary action? It's for the police to take criminal action and send him to jail. But what disciplinary action did you take against the individual? And in the program before, I heard him saying, the gentleman saying that everyone in the colony said वो बहुत गंदा आदमी था. The whole इलाका knew about it. Everybody knew about his misdemeanors and his, horrible, heinous crimes, and nobody stood up for those girls. I'm shocked. If on Nirbhaya thousands of people could come on the street, couldn't even 5 people come and say that this is happening in an institute, in an area where we are living, please look into the matter? And he continued. And this is what is happening. If you see these, the two so-called religious persons, holy men who have been sent to jail and convicted by the courts, both of them have used women from economically weaker sections, from scheduled caste sections of society, because they feel that, they'll give them some sop, some lollipop, and they'll sexually exploit them, and their parents won't say anything. I think that is absolutely sending a very bad message to society. It's not only defaming the religion, it's also defaming a person who's really, people who are really spiritually, elevated, because everyone's saying, oh, these babas, they're all criminals and they all have evil, devious minds. So I think a very stern action should be taken against this man. And if you ask me, he should be beaten in public. That's the kind of, because if he's done it, we like to think we're living in a civilized society. We have modern civilized rules. But actually, the persons in our country, the citizenry is very much in the medieval ages. And they only understand medieval punishment. And if medieval punishment is given to these persons, crimes like this will not be done again, and people won't feel emboldened, because people know that this man will come out on bail after a year, after the whole media hype has died down. If from 2009 this man could just stay out of the hands of the law, then that's 2009 is like how many years? Almost 20 years, 15, 20 years. So he is going to get away with it. And all these girls, 17 girls, have made a statement. Mr. Meena said that the police should investigate. I'm sure Delhi police is doing a very good job, and they'll be taking the statements. Even the girls, from what I read in the news, have made their statement before the court. But they'll turn hostile. There'll be so much pressure on these girls to asile, because they're at a very vulnerable age. Maybe they're going for a job later, and maybe they're going to get married. So the case is going to take another 5-10 years.
Okay.
No witness can last.
Right. Tahira Hassan, I believe you're back with us.
Yes.
We lost you earlier. Please complete.
Yes, I am saying that according to police, the accused has 5 criminal cases. That was registered in 2009 and 2016. Why he was not convicted in sexual harassment case? Why the trial was not culminated? I mean, if these things were done, then this heinous crime could have been prevented. Such a heinous crime. There's weaker section girls who were just studying there, and this institution was run. This educational institution was run by this man. Imagine, and the management, after registering 2 cases in 2009, 2016, they did not suspend him. They did not sack him. Can you imagine what kind of management body is this? And this self-styled godman, they get away after committing heinous crime. I think police is doing good job. This is good because the people are saying, I don't know because what they are doing, but if the police is doing, collecting the evidences properly and going to produce it in the court, and the fast track court, the redressal should be fast track court. Security must be provided to these 17 girls. I salute them that they had enough courage and came forward and at least registered the FIR against this self-styled godman. So I think the security must be provided to them, to these girls. Immediately security must be provided. Otherwise, they will become hostile. And what happens? He is for a case that was registered against him in 2009, 2016. Nothing happened. He will get away against. You must remember, we must not forget about the Ram Rahim case when he was convicted by the CBI court in 2017. What he did? He had just vandalized all the OP vans of the TV channels or vandalized the government property. 30 people were killed. So their followers are also gundas. So whoever self-styled godman or whatever is there, he is the molester Baba, this man is. So they must be treated as a criminal, and strict action must be taken this time. Otherwise, if he will get away this time, again he will commit more heinous crime.
Yes, let me in fact quickly also get in Shamshavi Shrine. Then Shamshavi Shrine, will the court also take a serious note of the fact that he was on the run for so many days? He was trying to evade the law before finally being arrested in Agra. Also, Shamshavish, what should now be the priority through the investigations as the police try and build up a solid case against him with no witnesses turning hostile, as is the fear of some of the panelists on today's show?
Yeah, so if you will see it in this way, that when the investigation goes, court would see that you committed a crime in 2009, then again similar crime in 2016, then again in 2025 your name was bought, that from past many years you were doing first. Second, the court would see that you are targeting the weaker section. Why? Because first of all, for the girls from the weaker section, it takes a lot of a family pressure is there, that no you cannot go to college or go for education, you have to get married. So these girls very strongly, they actually fight with their family, with their society, that they want to go and get themselves a degree in their hands. So if you are targeting them, for them it would be either they can get a education, or else they can stay at home. Because if they tell about this story at their own place, their parents would straight away call them back home and say ki tumhara aaj se education band. So that is one of the reasons he is targeting the weaker section. So this is again a very huge crime, that especially of course they are girls, minor girls or the major girls both, but from the weaker section who have very little voice to speak. Then if you see that he actually ran away, and from past 50 days he was absconding. So for that, the court will of course consider that no matter what your background is, and Baba, India do not recognize, the Indian law does not recognize a Baba as a Baba. He is only a man who has committed a crime over here. So even if you are a self god man, that actually doesn't matter over here. The court will see that what good, because he will show that he has authored 28 books, and he is so well educated. He is been targeted over here. But then every 5 years, 6 years, you are not made a target. It's something that you have been doing, and you have been trying to hide yourself. So all of these points will come into the picture, and then I'm sure the court will now not grant him bail. As the earlier speaker spoke, that yes, the matter would take at least 10 years. Yes, it will take, but granting bail would be little difficult for him, looking at all of these backgrounds, and especially he is the head of a institute. So a head of the institute doing it repeatedly, and then the statements also made by the girls is that the warden had introduced these girls to the Baba. and he has been calling them in the room and then giving him showing the text and all of that, the facts of the case. So that way the court would see and make sure that this time this person does not go out of the hands and he is kept behind bars.
All right, let me in fact quickly take that back across to you as well for your quick perspective, Mr. Meena, now on at the end of the day, of course, how a foolproof case can be built against the accused in this case. There are some of the panelists today who've expressed concern at witnesses turning hostile through this trial. How is this something that can be prevented? Also, as far as the testimonies are concerned, what is going to be the line of questioning for the witnesses? Could they be confronted by the main accused within the first few days itself, or will that happen later in the trial, Mr. Meena? Also, will he be taken back to his institute, confronted with others who perhaps were conspirators, others who perhaps helped in hushing things up? Who knows how long this has been continuing in this institute, Mr. Meena, and if this is happening in a posh area like Vasant Kunj in Delhi, that is very, very frightening.
In fact, police will certainly confront witnesses and confront victims also during the course of custody and after that also. And I am hopeful that police will come out with full-fledged charge sheet and full-proof charge sheet, because the Delhi police officers are highly professional. My worry is, and the Delhi police should also initiate, he should be made history cheater if he is fitting in because he was earlier involved also, as per the statement, as per things are coming in the newspapers. He should be made history cheater, and the proceedings should be taken to extern him, because there are external proceedings are also taken up by police as per the Delhi Police Act. He should be externed, and whatever other legal measures and other legal action has to be taken, that should be taken by police. Meanwhile, the administration, government, who is controlling, those authorities who are controlling such regulations for such institutes, they should also initiate actions against those management people who are assisting this so-called self-styled Baba. The action should also be taken against him. Action and thorough research, thorough inquiries should be conducted by government also, like how the institute was being run, how it, there must be other irregularities also. But unfortunately, as earlier speakers have also spoken, I also have a worry. In India system is, once the police charge sheet the case in the court, after that police generally lose track of that, because the prosecution is independent of police. Now prosecution, they present the case in the court. In this case, the police doesn't have any authority or any guidance. Officers are transferred from the particular police station. They lose the track of this. So this is the worry, that during course of trial, some victims may turn hostile because of certain conditions. In India, the condition is totally different, and they belong to different category, and they're removed from other areas also. So that is the worry, that during trial, things may not go as police want. Only police officers, their testimony will be okay. Whatever evidence they got, that's okay. But it depends how these victims will be sustained. They will be sustaining their statement during the course of trial, because some of the victims, like the parents and relatives, they may convince them to change the statement, to become hostile, and the Baba, if he is scot-free, he may use his influence. So this is the worry. During course of investigation, India system is very not satisfactory as expected.
Yes.
There should be, in the government has changed law, in that police does not have any control over prosecution. That is a worry, because prosecutors are different. How they understand it again depends on prosecution. How the prosecutor, if he is taking interest, then case will be certainly convicted. Because there are many prosecutors who are very intelligent, they are highly professional. Police should also engage a special prosecutor for this purpose. Police should also request government to have a speedy trial in this case, separate like speedy trial. That is, if speedy trial is there, and a team of prosecutors who are good prosecutors, they should be government. They should be take approval of the government for appointing a special prosecutor for this case. Then only we can expect. If we keep on the same system, a regular system, I
Quickly
don't
take
think
that to
I
you,
don't see
Taira
any.
Hassan. Taira Hassan, on how we can prevent such cases. We are seeing repetition of such cases of alleged religious godman being guilty of such a misdemeanor. How do we prevent such cases in the future, and why do such cases keep repeating in our country?
No, this case I already said that this could have been easily prevented because he has a criminal record, He has sexually abused girls in 2009, 2016. He has some forgery cases are also against him. So, how he was running this educational institution, where the girls from the weaker section was studying, how he was harassing there, why the management was silent, what the warden was doing, all action must be taken against not only this self-styled godman, this molester Baba, but also against the management who was a party with him, warden who was party with this man. So the action must be taken and the law must be implemented properly. We have very strong laws, and I agree with Meenaji. If police is determined, they will collect all evidences properly and punish him. But question is this: that trial must be through the fast track court, and it should be a speedy trial. And again, I will say the security must be provided to these brave 17 girls. Otherwise, they will get hostile and he will get away after committing heinous crime, and next time he will commit more heinous crime.
All right, let me in fact quickly leave the last word to you then, Charu Wali Khana, your final word on your expectations and what you hope will be the priorities of this investigation going ahead.
See, I totally agree with what Mr. Meena said, that after the police files the charge sheet, the police doesn't really have a role until trial. It's for the prosecution. So he, as it is, since he was out, he must have been using his influence. That's why, since there are cases since 2009, no action has been taken against him, whether criminal action by the state and police or by his own management. So definitely, a good suggestion is that a special prosecutor should be appointed in this case. Like in the case of Nirbhaya, they also appointed a special prosecutor who doesn't keep getting transferred maybe every 6 months or 1 year, because this case is going to take 8 to 10 years. So if they have a special prosecutor, and even if they try to fast track the case, at least let it come to its logical conclusion within 5 years. Then only conviction will take place. Because what more do you want? You have the statement of the girls. They have made the statement. You have proof in the form of, he used to send those obscene SMSs and all. So you have that. You have technical, scientific evidence. You have oral evidence by way of the girls' statements. Now the point is that if this case is not fast-tracked and doesn't come to its logical conclusion in a time-bound manner, because the new criminal laws say that it has to be done in a time-bound manner. So if if they do not follow the law, then obviously after 10 to 12 years, if a girl is 25 and by the time she'll be 35 or maybe 40, she'll be in a mid-career, she'll maybe a mother of 2 kids, she wouldn't want to get into this nonsense and bring up the past, what happened 10 years ago. No one wants it. I wouldn't. I'd say it doesn't matter, I'm not going there for trial. So I think we need to be sensitive to women's feelings and understand that this is the moment when something has happened. Let us proceed with the trial and try and complete it. Ideally, it should be done within 1 year, because you have all the evidence before you. 1 to 5 years, if you're able to conclude the trial, then only there'll be some conviction. Otherwise, it's very doubtful. Like he said that he'll use his influence to, he'll definitely within 1 to 2 years, he'll be out on bail. I mean, there's no way you can stop him if the trial is proceeding at a slow pace or has not started.
Okay. We've run out of time. I'm afraid. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us on this discussion. Let's slip into a short break.